So on today's episode, let's talk about big block Chevrolet cams and why grinding them can be a challenge. So we had a customer send in a big block roller that a lifter had died, and it got there's a couple of lobes, this a little ugly, and we're gonna touch it up, just a mild regrind. And because on a big block the lifter bores are not even, the number one intake and the number one exhaust are not just the lobe separation split. They're the lobe separation plus 6 1/4 degrees, and that carries down the whole cam. So and we'll show you the index plate, how we do it, and the lobe layout on our sheet, and make it make sense. And some I see that we regrind, it's not accurate. So what a lot of people do is they don't have a plate with the intake and the exhaust pattern in it, so they're adding the 6 1/4 degrees here with the lobe separation, which makes it, I mean, it's just hard to see 1/4 of a degree. So to maintain that accuracy is slightly more challenging doing it this way than the way we do it with our index plates. But we'll take you over here and show you how we do it and how we ensure that 6 1/4 degrees is 6 1/4 degrees. All right, so this is the lobe layout. This is a standard firing order big block Chevrolet. This is the lobe layout, you know, which lobe is which. And if you look, 0 is the number one exhaust, and then the number one intake is 6 1/4. If you look at most, and I can't think of another one like this, but if you look at most other engines, you'll see that 0 and 0. So, you know, they're on the same lifter bore angle. But because a big block is not on the same lifter bore angle, this is where sometimes you can get in trouble. So what we done when we started this cam grinding venture is we made all new tooling for everything we're doing. So all the index plates are 100% CNC machined in our milling center. And what we did is we took the 6 1/4 degrees and we just put 2 sets of 2 patterns in the big block plate. So we have a row of holes for all the intakes, a row of holes for all the exhaust that are split 6 1/4 degrees. So all we have to do is just, we don't even have to think about it. We just put in the lobe separation in the front head like we would for any cam, and the index plate ensures that our lobe angles are dead nuts correct. And I mean, it's not like a end of the world deal, but I do see some that'll, you know, we've checked them and they'll be 5 1/2 or 6 or 6 1/2. And, you know, if you trying for a max effort deal, you would want all of this stuff to be as accurate as possible. So, but like I say, that's just another little deal I thought would be neat. Some people don't know about that, and like I say, it's kind of unique to the big block to have this issue, because most other engines, all the lifter bores are in line, so you don't have this deal. And even when you check one in the cam doctor, because you're checking it straight up, it shows that it is 6 1/4 degrees more lobe separation than it really is. So you have to take that out. But if you check it in the motor, obviously in the block, you know, it checks accurately. But anyway, but that's another one. Like, share, subscribe. We appreciate you watching.